controller here, the first race, sorry, the second race rather, with the controller on this season for the Truck Series. But here tonight, nevertheless, we are gonna get ready to go. Brett Moffitt on the pole here. Again, we qualified 18th. We'll have to see how this race will go. Of course, there are stages on this season here for the Truck Series. And we ride along with Haley Deegan. We've had two different winners in the first two races of the season so far. Will we get a third? Green flag in the air. We are underway. Lap 1 of 30 in the opening stage of the race. Lap 1 of 34 in the race in total. So obviously the tires last as far as trying to make it all the way to the end. Very good start to the race though. Quickly jumping into the top 10 before we get into turns 3 and 4. Now down to the bottom of the racetrack. Into the bottom of Johnny Sauter. A pretty good battle for position here. We're going to end up 7th at the end of the first lap. Now quickly to the inside of Corbin Forrester. We're going to move to the top side of the track eventually here in this one. There we go. Move right up to the top of the racetrack, right up against the wall. I don't know how we never hit the wall there. We're super close. Sheldon Creed gets around us up for 6th. Johnny Sauter almost got to us there in turns 3 and 4 that time. 27 laps to go. We might have to move. Try to run in the middle of the track here. Through 1 and 2 again. We might have to try moving to the bottom of the track though, because I don't think the top side's really working out for us, at least right now. A little tight. Drove it in a little too deep there through 3 and 4. We just don't have the straightaway speed though when we run the bottom versus the top. I'd like to see if we're faster on the bottom here though to at least adjust our line for right now. Swift Friesen, the winner at Atlanta on a last lap pass in turns 3 and 4, is currently in the 6th position. And slightly hit the wall through 1 and 2, and that'll cost us quite a bit of time. Looks like this truck is a little too tight right now.
Say hi.
Side by side just in front of us here. We're going to end up 3 wide off the exit of turn 2. 3 wide for 5th. Now down to side by side for 5th with Stuart Friesen. Oh, slight contact there with Todd Gilliland there off the exit of turn 4. That is Cost us a little bit of time, even though we were able to stay in the gas. Good run through 1 and 2 again, though, as Gillen able to stay to the inside.
All clear. Careful, still there.
Now to the inside of Gillen, into turns 1 and 2.
Stay at the bottom here.
Ross Chastain is just taking the race lead away now.
Still there.
Looking to the outside of Stuart Friesen. Tried to block us off here down to the inside through the tri-oval, but they were able to sneak under him again. We had the straightaway speed there, and now a dive bomb. And we are going to clear him. Big run now on Sheldon Creed for 4th. We're going to get on by him as well. Seems like our passing lane is on the inside of the racetrack. Really gained some speed to catch up to him on the top side, but it just doesn't seem like we're able to actually like pass on the outside and get to him, but just can't get around him. We'll see as the run continues, of course. As the race continues. But here tonight, we'll have to keep an eye on it. Of course, we don't know how these trucks are going to go in lap traffic in this one as well. Chastain has just over a 4-second lead on us. Remember, as far as fuel and tires are concerned, tires use 4 sets in a race. So we'll have to see how we do that. Of course, at Atlanta, that was what costed us a chance at the win, of course. Blew a right front tire with 2 laps to go. Still finished 2nd, but it definitely costed us our chance to win. Lap traffic's really going to have to cost these leaders if we're going to want a chance to win the opening stage of the race, though. Some of that problem, of course, was qualifying. Qualified 18th, didn't give myself a great shot here to try and win this opening stage of the race, especially if we don't pit. Not a lot of strategy involved in the opening stage if there are no pit stops. Which there won't be. We've made it past halfway through this stage on the set of tires we have right now. Still have over half the wear left on the right front, so it'll just come down to whether or not we can actually catch and gain up to these guys. First time here tonight. Only 1 second behind the pole sitter and the 3rd place driver in this race, Brett Moffitt. close to the wall in 1 and 2. Keeping it going though. Still catching Moffitt, but half second behind him. Once we've gotten kind of closer to him, it seems like we're not catching him as quick as we were. Lap traffic though gonna help here through the tri-oval. We quickly get to the inside of him before he can get to the inside of Kyle Benjamin. And now a crossover move by Moffitt for third. But he will not complete it as we clear him off of turn 2. Haley Deegan up to third in the opening stage of the race. How many laps will it take for us to get to the lead? If we can get to the lead at all, of course. I think we'd be able to get up to Harrison Burton and pass him for second. We only have 11 laps to go in the stage, though, to try and catch the leader at 3.5 seconds ahead of Ross Chastain. So that'll be a fun, interesting battle of itself here to try and catch him. Harrison Burton really caught that lap truck there at a good spot.
Alright, you're clear then.
Chastain being held up. He's 2.3 seconds ahead still. But again, first stage coming to a close very shortly here. Nine laps to go. On the top side of the track, we are catching Harrison Burton for second. He ran the bottom through 1 and 2. We got a big run on him.
Stay on the bottom.
We got a lap car, Clay Greenfield now. Slightly got in our way, but still able to stay in front of Burton pretty easily. And now Haley Deegan's up to second. Just less than 2 seconds off the race lead. 8 laps to go now. As again, we run the top. This is going to be tight. This is going to be very close to see if we can catch Chastain. He's catching the lap traffic in bad spots compared to where we're catching him. He's definitely hurting his chances here of trying to win the stage. And there he is, stuck behind another lap car on the bottom of the track in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Try to win our second race of the young season.
Got one down low now.
No more lap cars here in between Chastain and Deegan. Into 3 and 4, Chastain back down to the bottom again. That's going to give Deegan the top side. And we should have the advantage through the tri-oval. Chastain had a good corner though, 6 laps to go. A little bit of a mistake there, 1 and 2. Kind of bobbled a little bit, had to hit the brakes on the entrance of the corner, costing us a little extra time. Of course, Chastain back down to the bottom again. Deegan is there. Off of 4, Chastain still clear of us. Looking to the inside, a block by Chastain, out of the top, 5 laps to go in stage 1. Can Deegan make the pass for the lead? Lap truck of Parker Kligerman looking like he's going to get in the way of us. Had to get out of the gas there. Very tight off of turn 2. Able to make the clean run, but now we got a lap truck of Corbin Forrester just in front of us here into turns 3 and 4. We can't quite clear the truck to the inside of us. That is Chastain as we split the lap traffic still side by side with 4 to go at the line. Deegan is going to lead her first lap of the race. Chastain will slip behind, still trying to run the inside line. He might have to move to the top. Still got 2 more lap trucks coming up just in front of us here. And now Chastain moves to the top side of the track. Ran a little bit higher of a line that time than we did. 3 laps to go now in stage number 1. Boy, oh boy, this could be close. Let's see if he gives us a run at us. We're easily going to get around the 2-lap trucks. And I'm not entirely sure if we're going to catch the next lap truck here before we get to the end of the stage or not. 2 to go.
All right, now, I need 2 more good laps from you. See if we can manage our tire wear a little, okay?
Now up to a 2-second lead on Ross Chastain. When we get back to the start-finish line, the white flag will be in the air. 1 lap to go in stage number 1 for Haley Deegan as we are about to go caution-free through the first stage, assuming that we don't get a caution here. We did have one driver blow an engine about 20 laps into this race, but he was able to get off the track and onto pit road unscathed.
You're clear then.
We were able to stay green. So here we go now. The checker flag will be in the air. The green checker flag in the air to signify the end of a stage. Haley Deegan wins stage 1 here at Vegas. In what is just the 3rd race of the season. So a good start here to this one. And a very quick first stage. Of course, only 30 laps, but again, going caution-free there as well. So from the 18th starting position to the lead, we only led the final 4 laps of the stage. As we will have a 4-tire pit stop coming our way here. Again, we can run 48 laps on a full tank of fuel, but the way the tires wear out here at Vegas and the way you saw in stage 1 how they were wearing out, it seemed like we were going to be able to hold on to that.
All right, now, be smart out there. Going
Actually lost the race off pit road. Ross Chastain will win the race off pit road as we lost 2 spots there. Green flag back in the air. And a very good timing restart here for Deegan to get back out in front. We'll see how the clean air will work. Can't be too aggressive with the blocks. We know these guys are better on the shorter runs behind us. I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time here before they try and catch us. Went through the middle through 3 and 4, but we were able to run full throttle. Side by side for second right now between Ben Rhodes and Harrison Burton. And now Ben Rhodes is looking like he is able to not only challenge for second off the restart, but he might be able to get to the lead here shortly because, again, we know those trucks behind us are better on a shorter run. Sheldon Creed up to 3rd now. We led the first 2 laps here off the restart, but Ben Rhodes right behind us now. Down to the inside, into turns number 1 and 2 as we run right up against the wall. A little bit of a slide job now coming off of turn number 2. Rhodes has the lead for now, but a crossover move now by Deegan into turns 3 and 4 and a little bit tight. We kind of overdrove it a little bit, and Rhodes is able to hold on to the race lead. Austin Wayne Self now coming from behind. Quickly, we go from 1st to 4th in the stretch of 1 lap here. This is a little bit shorter of a stage here as far as green flag laps are considered. 27 green flag laps in the stage. 30 laps, just like the opening stage of the race was. Now we move our line down to the inside, kind of trying to block Sheldon Creed behind us. That was not a good move. Creed got off the corner a little bit better than we did.
Careful, inside.
Struggling here on the short run, despite leading the first 2 laps after restarting in 3rd.
Got one peeking inside.
Trying to make the pass on Creed, and now we're split 3 wide in the middle. What a pass by Gustine, gaining 2 spots in turns 3 and 4 that last lap. And we're still side by side with Creed.
Careful.
Back down to the bottom again. Can we clear Sheldon Creed for position this time? Yes, we do.
Got a car coming inside now. You got room. You're clear there.
Let's see if we can try and catch Gustine in the 12 truck here just ahead of us. Bottom is kind of open up for the driver to get under us. Looks like it's Mason Macy. Another fellow rookie here. I mean, obviously, we're trying to win the championship with Haley Deegan on this season. Rookie of the year, obviously in the Quest 2. And how about Matt Crafton making it 3 wide for position off of turn number 2. Really making the battle close as we try to pinch him off into 3 and 4, but Crafton's still able to stay down there. And as well, Macy able to make a late run in the corner as well. And Macy is actually going to clear us before we get into turn 1.
Still there inside. Wave them off.
Caution is out. First caution of the race. And with this first caution of the race, we'll just have to see how this will go. First caution comes out with 94 laps to go. And of course, once again, a caution-free first stage, but we do get the yellow here in stage number 2. "90 laps to go in the race now when we go green here, following the first caution of the
Coming
race.
to the green, driver. Ready. Green's out, man. Let's go.
Green flag in the air. And here we go. 16 laps to go now in stage number 2. Good restart even on the outside. Taking it 3 wide to the top of the track. Still trying to keep it 3 wide and keep it going. And now it's trying to shoot on to the inside on Ben Rhodes here going into turns 3 and 4. A surprisingly great run, and now off the exit of turn 4, Haley Deegan with a very strong restart. Deegan's going to lead the first lap. Unbelievable, going from 8th to 1st on the restart. 15 to go in the stage, trying to hold on to it though, almost ended up in the wall.
Hold your line, got one inside.
But again, that gives us the straightaway speed down the back. Brett Moffitt not really going to be able to challenge here in turns 3 and 4. But maybe Matt Crafton can. Off the exit of turn 4. Crafton will be blocked here by the time we get off of 4, back down to the start-finish line. And again, Crafton just keeps peeking to the inside, but I don't know if he's going to actually be able to pass us. What a restart here for Haley Deegan. Showing the strength of this race truck as well. How many times, and now Crafton's to the inside. Side by side, back to the start-finish line. 13 laps to go in the stage. Still side by side off the exit of turn 2. A very, very heated battle here for the lead right now. Look at us go, still side by side as we try to side draft off the 88. And now slight contact as well there through the tri-oval. What a battle ensuing here. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 again. And again comes Crafton.
Looking inside now.
Unbelievable. More side drafting. We've been side by side for 3 laps in a row now while battling for the lead here at Vegas. Wow, super close to the wall again. Crafton gonna pull up and try to clear us, and he does. A huge block. We did not want to get out of the gas at all there as well, and we didn't. Kind of ended up having a little bit of contact with Crafton in the process.
I need 10 more tunnel laps. Concentrate for me.
And now Matt Crafton will switch his lane to the top side of the racetrack. We will not catch lap traffic here in stage number 2. Now down to the inside into turns 3 and 4. A big move to try and make the pass on Crafton. And now Crafton with a big crossover move coming out of turn 4. And he will complete the pass here by the time we get back to the start-finish line. And now we try to make a crossover move into 1 and 2 down to the bottom. Crafton hanging tight, not giving us a lot of room to come off the apron. But off of turn number 2, we clear Crafton. What a great battle for the lead going on right now here at Vegas. Crafton in the middle, Deegan on the top. Coming off of turn 4, we're still clear of the 88 truck. But this battling for the lead is allowing the third place driver of Ben Rhodes to close in on us, as well as even fourth place Harrison Burton. The top 4 all within 0.7 of a second of each other. That is just unbelievable. Again, though, this is just a hotly contested battle in the beginning of this race. Not only in the first stage, but the second stage as well. Got the nice playoff point there in the opening stage of the race, trying to do the same here in the second. That restart following that caution has been the key. There's been a couple laps we have not led since that restart. But for the most part, we have only stayed within the top 2. They only allowed Crafton to clear us twice, but we were able to complete a crossover move to get right back into the lead again both times. And now slightly starting to pull away from him again.
5 laps to go.
Come though in the third and final stage of the race. Will it be 1 or 2? We know as far as fuel goes, we will only have to pit once, because we can run 48 laps on a full tank, but I just don't know if the tires are going to be able to last for that long. Will be the interesting factor to come. First stage, I'm not going to say we were terrible running the top side of the track, but compared to stage 2 here, we are definitely running the top side of the track better in stage 2. almost felt like over the course of this run, too, that we were faster in stage 2 than what we were in stage 1, and that might be helping us as well. So I said we weren't going to catch lap traffic in stage 2. I still don't think we will, even though you could see them up ahead. We only have 2 laps to go in the stage now. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage number 2. We did get our first caution of the race in this stage, but nothing changed as far as the winner. Haley Deegan is about to go on to win stage 2 here, just like she did in stage 1. Racking up a lot of playoff points here in the beginning of the season. Plus to try and win the regular season championship as well. Checkered flag in the air once again. Deegan wins stage 2. That was right on the fact we never caught lap traffic, so we were able to hold on to the clean air for the majority part of the stage. It's nice as always. And now of course we will have pit stops coming up. Won the race off pit road that time. Unlike the first pit stop of the race. Here we go though.
Be ready here.
Green flag back in the air here at Vegas. Getting through the shifts pretty well. Once again, we will have 71 green flag laps to the finish here in stage number 3. Final stage of the race. We will bring home the trophy here in this one tonight. First going to lead the opening lap here of stage number 3. Under green, that is. As we now have 70 laps to go. Ross Chastain back up to second now. Remember, Chastain finished second in stage number 1. Not entirely sure where he finished in stage 2, but here we go now. Chastain to the inside for the race lead. Chastain is going to beat us to the line here as we're still side by side for the lead with 69 laps to go. But yes, Ross Chastain back in the lead here at Vegas.
Still there inside.
Ben Rhodes trying to get around us here for second as well. He could not clear us though off of turn 2. And Ross Chastain will now move to the top. Actually kind of ran the middle there. We got split by both Crafton on the top. Oh man, still split. We were kind of stuck 3 wide there in the middle that time. Down to the bottom into turns 3 and 4.
You got room. You're clear.
Actually had a pretty good run there in turns 1 and 2 as we're 3 wide down the backstretch. And now a little tight. Once again, 3 wide, stuck in the middle, kind of sandwiched.
Still there. The race is half over.
Cross flags in the air. We are halfway home here tonight. So from restarting in the lead, now all the way back to 10th here. Just about 5 laps.
Still there?
In fact, exactly 5 laps into the start of stage number 3. Wilson will get the better hand in this one once again.
Say hi, say hi. Tower, call to caution.
Caution is out. Just ahead of Mason Macy for 9th, so at least we'll get the restart on the bottom, which is our preferred line on the restart. So the caution flies for the second time tonight, this time with 66 laps to go in the race, and we will have 62 laps to go when we go green. Doesn't look like anybody's going to pit, at least right now. Except for the last driver on the lead lap. Dylan Lupton's going to come down onto pit road. He's got nothing to lose, though. So I don't blame him in doing that.
You're coming to the green.
So here we go. Once again, we'll restart at 9th. Green flag back in the air. Taking it 3 wide off the start once again here. Trying to beat majority of these guys into turn 1 here. Down on the bottom of the track. 3 wide for the lead in the middle of 1 and 2. We clear everybody off of turn 2. Haley Deegan, another surging restart. She has been unbeatable on those all day. That could be a very key factor here in trying to win this race as the race progresses. Ben Rhodes, who restarted in 2nd on the outside of Chastain. Cleared Chastain off of turn 4 to become the 2nd place driver now. Chastain, though, still in 3rd on the inside right behind him. Chastain going to want to get going. He's led a decent amount of laps in this race, but not as much as the race leader currently on the track of Haley Deegan. Pretty close, but not quite. Same amount of laps led. Rhodes coming on the bottom, a big block here off of turn 4. That is going to slow Rhodes' momentum down big time as well. He ran the bottom, Chastain ran the top. Again into turns 1 and 2 on the top side of the track, not going to be enough. Chastain, he's been running the top here the last couple laps now. He's really gained a lot on Rhodes. Rhodes has been running the bottom because he's trying to make the pass on Deegan for the lead. And he's going to complete it that time. But now a big move down to the bottom here. Didn't have to go to the apron either. Haley Deegan. Crossover move into turns 1 and 2. She'll complete it for the race lead once again. That crossover move has been deadly, almost as deadly as the restarts that she has had in this one here tonight. And through turns 3 and 4. Rhodes won't clear us that time, but it'll remain side by side here through the tri-oval. Can't quite clear us yet, though, when we get into turn 1. What a battle going on right now between the 99 and the 19. Deegan with a great run, though, down the backstretch. And back into turn 3 once again. Harrison Burton, on the bottom of the track, right behind Ben Rhodes. The race leader, Rhodes going to clear us of the lead. That time off of turn 4. Big run though off of turn 2 again, down to the inside of Rhodes for the lead. Side by side into turns 3 and 4 again. We are deadly in turns 1 and 2. So we clear Rhodes for the lead off of 4. And Rhodes now has Harrison Burton on the inside of him as we get back to the start-finish line once again. Oh, big mistake in 1 and 2 that time by Deegan. A big mishap. That's going to allow Harrison Burton to now take the lead.
Still there.
Burton ran the top. Got a little tight.
Careful.
Chastain Wow, almost ended up into Chastain. Wait for Ross to stay in the gas though. Powers way into third. Although he has not quite cleared us, now he has. We were going to run the outside again right behind him, but we had too much of a closing gap that time, so we quickly chose the middle line.
Stay low, stay low. Outside, outside.
Trying to shoot the gap though to the inside of the track. Now on Ben Rhodes for second.
Still there.
Down to the start-finish line, trying to get away from him as far as the side drafting goes, and down to the apron.
Still there.
Into turns 1 and 2, still on the inside, finally going to clear Rhodes. Well, Harrison Burton choose the top or bottom here. He's going to choose the top. And that's going to allow him to block us off. He did run a little bit higher of a line, though. And that's going to give us the straightaway speed here into turns 3 and 4. And that's going to pull us side by side. Battle for the lead again. Big slide job in the middle of 1 and 2. Deegan will clear Burton for the lead off of 2. And back to the lead once again is Haley Deegan. .52 laps to go. To the intro cam once again here as we have 51 laps to go currently. Ross Chastain has caught Harrison Burton now in the battle for second. And Rhodes is slipped behind, and in fact Matt Crafton's just passed Rhodes now for the 4th spot. Chastain still working on Harrison Burton right now for second. To the line this time off of turn 4, 50 laps to go here in the truck race at Las Vegas. And once again, we've only had 2 cautions so far tonight. Do not count the end of the stages as yellows. Even though we run caution laps after, I mean, we technically count it as a caution. I'm not going to count it as a caution, because it is not for incident and/or debris. See the rough and tumbling of this racetrack here at Vegas. Not as bad as the last race in Atlanta, as far as the surface is considered, but it's probably the 3rd worst track on tires at all of NASCAR. And probably the 2nd here in the truck series, because the trucks do not race at Fontana. At the Auto Club Speedway. One thing though, we are definitely going to have to fight for this one as this race continues. obviously be interesting to see if we stay green all the way to the finish. About to catch lap traffic here for the second time tonight. Kyle Benjamin in the 31st spot on the racetrack, about to fall 2 laps down.
Careful, still there.
That makes us have to run the inside through 3 and 4. Ross Chastain has moved up to second here a couple laps ago. Chastain, arguably the second, or probably is the second fastest driver in the field, so the fact he is gotten back up to second here. Could be huge, of course.
Still there.
We now have 44 laps to go.
Got room, you're clear. Stay high up there. All right, you're clear. Still there.
Getting through this lap traffic a lot better than Ross Chastain right now. It'll be interesting if I'll end up taking 4 tires or 2 tires under this next pit stop. And also not sure if we're going to end up hitting under caution or if it will be under green. Another big benefactor in this one.
All clear on the bottom end.
That front tire pretty worn out right now.
Stay high, stay high. All right, you're clear then. All right, you're clear then. Go easy on the tires.
The right front tire's pretty worn out right now. 39 laps to go in the race currently. When we come out of the pits, looks like we'll have 37 laps to go, because I'm not going to pit this time by. I will pit the following time by this next lap. Not the one we're currently on.
See if we can manage our tire wear a little, all right?
Wouldn't consider it short pitting. I'm going to pit a couple laps early. Yes, indeed, your Haley Deegan having a great run so far.
Got room, you're clear then.
At a 7-second lead on Ross Chastain, largest lead of the race, and now we have
You're clear.
a little bit of trouble here. Is an engine issue with, it looks like, Austin Hill on the racetrack now.
Slow down.
We're going to make it onto pit road. I think it's a good time to pit, especially with Hill looking like he's coming onto pit road. So First green flag pit stop of the race here tonight. And how will this determine a possible winner of this one? We'll have 37 laps to go when we come off the pit road, and we'll still have one set of 4 Goodyear tires we can take. Also pit for 2 tires one more time as well. So as far as tires go, we will easily be able to get towards the finish of this race at some point in time. So there we go, back out onto the racetrack, currently 1 lap down. We're a little bit faster than everybody else though for right now. Will we have a third different winner in the first 3 races of the season, or will Stuart Friesen or Hailie Deegan win this race here at Vegas tonight? I don't think Stuart Friesen's going to do it. He's been outside the top 5 for the majority of the day. He's not really looking like he's going to be one to contend for a win here in this race, so it's up to me, driving Hailie Deegan's truck, to try to be a repeat winner.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there. All clear.
Just blowing around these lap trucks right now. Don't want to be caught a lap down, and for caution, of course they can take the wave around because everybody will have to pit still, but will we stay green to the end though as well? Not sure what could happen here. Saw my Cup Series race at Martinsville last night, how that unfolded. It's going to be an interesting one here.
Still there? You got room, you're clear.
And hit the brakes a few times there into turns 1 and 2. Into the back of Travis Quapple. He ran the inside right in front of us. Didn't really give us anywhere to go. They run the top because we had a truck to the outside of us. There's another lap truck in the way. Coming off the corner, that was very tight, but we stayed in the gas, and a great job here. I don't know if I could have done that though with the steering wheel, but we'll run the steering wheel for the playoff race here in the Truck Series at Vegas. That will be a guarantee. We still got 6 more races we can use the steering wheel on this season in the Truck Series. We used it at Atlanta in the last race. There'll probably be a couple races at least before we use it again. We're not going to use it at Martinsville in the next truck race we have. We're currently in the first truck 1 lap down, so we would even get the free pass if the caution is to come out here. But we'd have to restart at the rear of the field. We don't want that. In fact, Spencer Boyd might actually go a lap down as well here before the end of this one. Spencer Boyd's going to go a lap down here before we even catch Ross Chastain, so that will no longer put us in the free pass position. 30 laps to go now.
Say hi up there.
Now we got back around Boyd, so we're back in the free pass spot again. Now to the outside of Chastain, the leader. So we're back on the lead lap. We clear Chastain easily before we get into turn 3. And we'll just have to run the top. No way he was going to catch us even running the bottom that time. try and make the crossover move. Wasn't going to happen. A lot fresher tires on him. I'm still surprised. The leaders on the racetrack right now, and Chastain, of course, stayed out there last time.
All right, you're clear.
2 drivers out of this race have DNF due to engine failures. The live traffic has been really spaced out in this race though as well. Of course you have less trucks, only 32 trucks versus a 40 car field in the Cup Series, but I just feel like even the Xfinity Series has 38 cars.
Still there? You got room, you're clear.
That's Johnny Sauter for position on the racetrack, now currently up into the 15th spot. Joe Nemechek ran the top side there. We had to run the middle and 1 and 2. Those late decisions, not only crucial to your lap time on the track, but just crucial to try and stay out of trouble as well. So the race leader, Ross Chastain, now on the pit road.
All right, you're clear then.
I'm sure more of the leaders will come down here this next lap. We're going to cycle back through as the race leader once Dylan Lupton comes onto pit road.
That car ahead of you is pitting.
We're actually going to pass Lupton before he makes it onto pit road, so it's going to be a lead change at the line here as we just took the lead going into turn 3. And we will have 22 laps to go here at Vegas. Can we win this race? We have a 20-second lead with these final 22 laps in hand. 22-second lead over Chastain in third. Lupton actually did pit that last lap. Actually, if I remember right, I believe he pitted under that yellow, last yellow we had. Again, we're good on fuel to the end, but will these tires last to the finish? I'm just not entirely sure that that is going to be the case. Here at 21 to go, we'll likely have to pit for right side tires. We're staying out at least right now. We could take a 4-tire stop under pit road. I just feel like that would waste a little bit too much time.
You got room, you're clear then. 20 more laps, no mistake.
Here we go, 20 laps to go. Heck, we might just try to stick it out and run on a blown right front tire to try and get back to the finish like we did at Atlanta. We're going to have a lot bigger of a lead here than just 5 seconds like we did at Atlanta to hold on to the last 2 laps. But it looks like we're also going to have to run longer than 2 laps under that situation here. Lap truck of the 32 here just behind us right now. Again, he's on fresher tires, of course.
Inside.
He'll try to work his way around the inside of us.
Stay high up there.
Side drafting off of us as well, and that is costing us time. Well, of course, it's costing him time. Macy currently in the 8th spot here. 17 laps to go. He's just gotten his lap back. We're on the bottom there through 3 and 4 as Macy ran the top just in front of us. Chastain now is back up to second as Dylan Lupton has finally hit pit road. Over the inside of Macy here, trying to get him back. Macy now in 7th after Lupton hit pit road. We can put him a lap down. That'll leave only 6 drivers on the lead lap in this race. We're not going to clear him there out of turn 4 yet. And in fact, he took the outside and is going to drive away with it now. 15 laps to go here at Vegas.
Still there?
Nice little slide job in 3 and 4 to get around him. 14 laps to go at the line. So the decision to pit for 2 tires or oh, we got trouble in 3 and 4. Cautions out for the 3rd time. It looked like Clay Greenfield went for a spin. That'll give Macy the free pass. And with that caution here with 14 laps to go, that is going to set us up for a doozy in this one. Oh boy. 13 to go now under caution. So we will have 10 laps to go on the restart. We got another set of tires. We can take 4 tires on, so this will make our decision to pit a lot easier. We'll hit pit road this time. And we will restart in 6th. Chastain will restart in the lead. Green flag in the air. 10 laps to go at Vegas. We've nailed our restarts all night long. Can we do it again? Here we go again on the outside. Crafton trying to block us off, at least right now. Chastain actually got a decent start that time. Side by side for the lead off of turn 2. Oh, he lead even. Using the straightaway speed down the back here to get in front. And in the middle of 3 and 4, we're clear of everyone. They're 3 wide back there for second now. And now side by side off the corner, back to the line again. 9 laps to go here at Vegas. Even on fresher tires though, these guys are going to fight. They made their adjustments that they might have needed here in this one. They're going to fight. Of course, will we stay green to the end again as well? We've had 3 cautions in the race total. We're going to have 8 laps to go. This time by as we go down to the apron now. Through the tri-oval. Gonna get away from these guys. Chastain and Burton racing each other hard for first and second, still side by side in 1 and 2. They've been side by side now for about 3 laps in a row, costing all of them huge amounts of time. Entertaining race from start to finish in this one. Harrison Burton has now cleared Chastain for second. In fact, Chastain is now back to 5th with Crafton working to his inside. Chastain, though, on the top of the track, might have a chance. Little mistake by us in 3 and 4 that time allowed Harrison Burton to close the gap. Only about 3 or 4 truck lengths behind us. Yep, 3/10 of a second behind us in the middle of 1 and 2 there. But he ran the bottom again. It's giving us a straightaway Speedway. Here comes Ross Chastain. Ross is back to 3rd for a moment. Still battling though with Austin Wingfield for 3rd. Will we get another caution here? 5 laps to go here in Vegas. In the 3rd race of the season. Everybody in the top 5 outside of the race leader, Deegan, has already won. So 2nd through 5th, all looking to make the playoffs with a victory here tonight. But they're running out of time. They've settled down a little bit as far as racing with each other, but it might have been just enough for me to really get out in front. Burton's still less than a second back and is within striking distance if we do make a mistake here, but 4 to go now. Caution comes out, we do go to overtime. Full throttle to 3 and 4. No, I had to get out of the gas there. Didn't want to risk it. Ready to go. Trying to go full throttle through 3 and 4 again this time, and that time we're able to hold on to taking a full throttle through 3 and 4. We didn't just run the top there. 2 to go now. We just try to get back to the white flag to signify that the next flag will end the race. The pole sitter Brett Moffitt in this one fell outside the top 5 and in fact isn't even on the lead lap at this point in the race. And come off of turn stage 2. And now in late dramatic fashion, taking the lead with 9 laps to go, is going to win the race. Off of turn 4 for the final time, back down to the checkered flag. Haley Deegan will win her 2nd race of the young season here in the Gander Outdoor Truck Series.
Fantastic job there. Great win.
2-0 with the controllers so far this season. 69 minutes total time in this one, 3 cautions to go, an hour and 9 minutes in this Truck Series race. It just flew by, like I said, for being 200 miles. This is one of the truck races you can get. Well, 250 miles, I guess, is as long as a truck race you can get mileage-wise, but nevertheless, it was a good one. We got the checker flag, we got the win. There's Haley Deegan in victory lane here in the Strat 200 at Vegas. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, LVMS. And Crafton had the fastest lap with a 31.415, and in this 134 lap race, we led 65 laps in this one. Just under half the race, but we did lead the most laps overall. So that is going to be all here for this one. For more NASCAR Heat 4 and other future related NASCAR content, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoyed the race, the commentary, or both in general. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.